Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Sarah. I am here at the International Institute of Holistic Health. We are in the greater Washington, D.C. area, and I post videos on YouTube every Thursday. So, welcome to my world. Instead of diving deep into a topic, I thought today I want to take you with me and show you the institute where I'm working, explaining what I'm doing, what is actually integrative medicine and how does it different from, let's say, allopathic medicine. So let's dive right into and welcome to this video. First, I want to show you the institute and let me take you with me. This is the area where I do my consultations, where I sit down with people. We have a glass of water. We dive into everybody's needs. This is where we discuss what we can do. We find out what the best plan of action will be. We do assessments and then, of course, coachings and consultations. The main device of the Institute is the Theta Chamber. And this is this miracle device here. As you can see, it is a chamber. It closes. You can lay in there and it gently spins. The Theta Chamber uses different modalities. You have the clips for the CES, cranial electric stimulation. It uses light therapy gargles to induce altered states of consciousness and really gently take you into the theta brainwave state. And of course, a nice meditation music, but also binaural audio beats. The other important modality is the spinning. So the chamber closes and it's going to rotate very gently. Although you don't feel the spin, you will feel a gentle rocking, very soothing, very gentle, going into the theta state, having a deep meditation, a reset of your brain. So just to quickly talk about the theta chamber a little more, we're talking about brain balancing here. So the theta chamber naturally balances brain chemistry in very beautiful ways. It is non-invasive. You don't have to take any drugs. And it is very gentle. People are coming in for a 21-day protocol. At least most people are doing this. Some people might need a bit more. They come in for a 28-day protocol, especially when they're dealing with massive cravings, with addictions. They might need a little more and go a little longer. And yes, you really heard that right, addictions. So we can address everything that is related to the brain. So including the massive cravings if somebody wants to break free from an addiction. And believe me, I really know what that means and I really know the struggle. So breaking free from a habit you want to change is a physical, a mental, an emotional, a spiritual task. And for that reason, we also want to address all these different layers of consciousness. We're not just working on the physical, we're not just working on the mental, we are inclusive, we are additional, we are addressing the whole person with all their needs. I am specialized, and my dissertation is about depression. So working with people with depression, it is very satisfying to me because first of all, we have this gentle way to balance brain chemistry naturally. And I'm also sitting down with the person. For 21 days, every day I have half an hour with the person that we can discuss. We can find new intentions going into the chamber, and we talk about all different kinds and subjects, from neuroscience, the latest findings in neuroplasticity, and what that actually means for our daily lives. This is one of my favorite topics because I love it so much. But also the whole spiritual side of healing. So I very much like to come from all angles. With this set, a shout out to the medical doctors, the allopathic doctors working in the hospitals, working in their private practices. I am not a direct colleague of you. I want to say I highly respect you. I highly respect the approaches that the Western allopathic medicine takes. Giving drugs, giving medications, providing surgeries are often lifesavers. We are never against allopathic medicine. I feel this time is very much over, where the different medical systems or healing systems needed to fight each other, and we're better and you need to quit this one and do that one instead. I'm actually quite the opposite. I feel like it's fantastic that we have such great surgeons out there. Shout out to them. It is fantastic that we have medical professionals giving their all, trying to find the right drug for the person. And we are coming in to address an issue from all different kinds of angles to find the right response, maybe an additional response. And maybe for some people, it really happens that they can go back to their medical professionals and say, like, I'm ready now to be weaned off a certain antidepressant, and this is, I feel, a big win for all of us. So sitting down and talking to a person is the real healing exchange that we're doing here. It is all about reminding a person. Without wanting to give away too much, what I work a lot with is the archetypes. And we all heard of Dr. Jung's archetypes. He's categorizing 12 archetypes as bigger than personal forces. But I discovered in my world there are more archetypes. Every bigger than personal energy can be seen as an archetype where you can tap into. And very often I see this, it doesn't happen for everybody, but for most of the people, when I remind them of their archetype that is underlying their soul's mission, why they incarnated to this planet, why they came here, what they came to accomplish, it looks like a light bulb just turned on. So finding your archetype and reconnecting with that energy, for example, just before going into the Theta Chamber to then get gently your brain chemistry balanced, can be a real game changer for many, many people. Just to give you an example, I had people in here with the archetype of the artist, one of the most beautiful archetypes, but also one archetype that is not very easy to just incorporate in modern lifestyle, where nothing is actually about the arts. When you look at, we need to stay on top of finances, we need to stay on top of daily chores, we have day jobs, and so much more that are maybe not that artistic, but stepping into your specific archetype reconnects you with this sense of purpose. Oh, I remember what my soul came to do here, and I can connect to that energy again. And with this, I can slowly start to incorporate into my daily life the energy, let's say, of the artist. And this is not about going every Tuesday to an art class and just paint a little or pick up some kind of singing or dancing or performing. It is more about living your life as an artist, picking the right clothes in the morning as an artist, drawing your cup of tea as an artist, walking your dog as an artist, sitting in your office as an artist. And there, when I help people reconnect with their archetypes, and this is all kinds of things, I saw the nurturing mother's archetype, I saw the empress archetype, I saw the artist archetype. So many beautiful archetypes. They're bigger than personal. If you reconnect to the bigger than personal, we start to align our thinking, we start to align our emotions, and with this, very often we start to align our physical, namely the brain chemistry, back into coherence. And then the miracle happens. It is like turning the light bulbs on. What goes hand in hand with the archetype is finding your talents. And I remind people, this is a little bit a tuning in phase that I'm doing and getting the information from the other person. Some might call it the clairvoyance, clairsentient, clairaudient, but it really can be achieved by everybody. So it is disconnecting the auric field with each other to find this information in the other person's field. What is your biggest talent? What is it that you came to do here? And I see great talents of communication, great talents of nurturing, great talents of helping, great talents of connecting other people, maybe even great talents of bringing love into life. Once you can remind a person of their archetypal force that they can tap into and of their biggest, strongest talent, this aha moment happens. The aha moment where you just discover your northern star. The moment you discover your northern star, put this into perspective with, let's say, a broken car. All right, it's very annoying when you have to get to some place and your car breaks down. But while following your northern star, being the artist that is connecting other people, compared to this, a broken car is actually almost a peanut situation where you just say like, okay, let's just take the necessary step. Let's fix everything, and back on track I am within a few hours. Instead of collapsing, feeling down, feeling depressed, starting the rumination, starting the intrusive thoughts, and feeling bad about yourself, about life, or about your car. So that's the main thing that I'm doing here. And with this, I also want to show you another modality I work with. I'm going to take you over to another corner of our institute. It is a bit a darker corner because we need a lot of quiet and peace for this modality here. It is the TheraPhi called atmospheric plasma. The cold atmospheric plasma is a wonderful, wonderful device. When you look at it underneath the bed, you'll find a box with a Tesla coil. I will show you that one too. There it is. And that is connected to the 2 light bulbs at each end of the massage table. These light bulbs are filled with noble gases. And once you turn it on, it creates a cold atmospheric plasma field. It recharges the cells with this beautiful and gentle energy. And it is a really beautiful and nice energy healing system. What I love to do with the TheraPhi cold atmospheric plasma, I like to sit next to the person who is in there relaxing and supporting with a healing meditation. Now you can say, oh, healing meditation, really, this is all up into the esoteric and into the woo-woo space. But for me personally, I feel giving somebody a healing meditation is one of the most beautiful things that we can give each other. We share each other a present, an acknowledgement, a witnessing of the other person, and a complete acceptance of the other person just the way they are. No words are required. We can be there together in silence, in the energy of healing, which is very close to the energy of unconditional love, and share this moment together. And frankly, from a just purely humanistic approach, this is just a very beautiful thing that we can do with each other, for each other. Reach out and just be there with no words, with this special presence. And I found that when I'm giving a healing meditation while a person lays in a cold atmospheric plasma field, it just gets accelerated. So many people are coming out of this saying like they feel they just had a spiritual download, or they connect with a deeper truth, or they find answer to a question what they just had before. Or what one person said that really touched me, she felt she could connect to her heart again for the first time in many, many months. And people, this is just the most beautiful profession in the world, to have these, to witness these moments where people are just falling back into their authentic selves and start to love themselves again, bounce back into an acceptance that goes deeper. This is really what I live for. The same goes for the Theta Chamber. I always love when the moment the chamber opens and the person comes out, and the faces look so beautiful when people are coming out of the Theta Chamber. They're not in the Theta state anymore, but very close to it. The face looks very relaxed. They could let go of their stress. They're in the parasympathetic nervous system, rebalanced, and just happy and reconnected with themselves. So these are our main modalities that I wanted to introduce today. I hope this inspires you to find a Theta Chamber that is near you. I know in the United States we have a few around the country. There are wonderful centers. I'm connected to a couple of them. The practitioners are really wonderful people who are acting and sharing this Theta Chamber and development from their hearts and with all of their passion. So certainly, if you find a Theta Chamber near you, you will be in good hands. With that said, thank you for coming into the Institute of Holistic Health, and see you next week. Much love, Dr. Sarah.